Hello everyone! So this is now the final installment of Jewel Week. I hope that you've really enjoyed this series. It's been one of my favorites that I've put together because it's just such a fabulous combination of things. Shiny, beautiful jewelry, I'm running a discount on my Nouvelle Pearl website, I've launched new earrings, and I get to kind of share some of the details all around jewels that I haven't shared before in some of my videos. So today's video is a little bit of a blend because I will be sharing with you different ways that I like to wear my Nouvelle Pearl necklaces, because pearls, other than amber, arguably, are the only organic gem in existence. Owning them involves a very different set of care instructions than for diamonds or other stones or metals like silver or gold. So you really need to treat them gently, but if you do and you take good care of them, they will actually get more and more beautiful as you own them, because pearls love to be worn. So the natural oils from your skin will actually condition and enhance the luster of the pearls that you own and purchase, and so they do stay beautiful for a very long time. I have pearls that are over 50 years old and they are still absolutely stunning. I feel like the fact that pearls are very kind of delicate and hard to wear is actually a myth, in that unlike other things, if you do take good care of them, they will continue to get more and more beautiful and lustrous. So I think that's a wonderful thing. To me, pearls still feel like very alive. They are coated in mother of pearl, which is the lining from the mollusk that produces them. And another little known fact about them is that they're actually extremely sustainable, because you can reuse the mollusk and it can continue to produce pearls over and over again. There are two different main types of mollusk that are used to create pearls. One is the true oyster in saltwater, and that oyster produces Akoya, South Sea, and Tahitian pearls. So that is the very highest end of the market. And I do have an example here. So these are Mikimoto pearls that belong to my grandmother. They are absolutely stunning. The luster on them, and they're definitely older than I am, so they're just so beautiful. They're extremely regular, extremely lustrous. Their surface is pretty much perfect, and they could do with a restringing, which I need to get organized, because they do have knots in between each pearl, which are very sort of finicky to create. But the purpose of the knots is to space each of the pearls out so they don't rub against each other. When for Nouvelle Pearl, my interpretation of that was to use silver, sterling silver spacer beads. That way you still have the appearance of space and breathing room in between each pearl, and they don't rub against each other, but you still have a little bit of a kind of glint of silver that looks a little bit more modern. But these Mikimotos are essentially, going back on my tangent, these are Akoya pearls, so they are saltwater pearls, and so that's one type of pearls, one type of periculture, which was pretty much started by Mr. Mikimoto, and that is really what made that company, was his ability to create Akoya pearls and that saltwater pearl quality through periculture rather than diving for individual pearls, which is pretty much how you would get pearls before that. So traditionally, pearls have been one of the most luxurious jewels to be worn because they were so hard to find, and therefore you have the ancient story of Cleopatra dissolving her heavy pearl earring into a glass of vinegar. That allowed her to win her bet against Mark Antony by basically having the most lavish feast ever and drinking one of her own earrings. That ideal of the pearl as a very luxurious item to be worn continued for many hundreds of years thereafter. And pearls have been worn since, I think, about 500 BC. We found artifacts of pearls, so they have been a shiny thing that people enjoy wearing for a very, very long time. So how do you care for pearls? Really, the main way you're going to care for your pearls is by not doing certain things. The most important one, I would say, is that you will not spray your perfumes with any products at all if you can help it. So you're not going to spray hairspray onto them, you're not going to spray perfume onto them, you're not going to spray any cleaners or apply any cleaners of any kind onto them. You're just going to not apply anything on their surface. So really the main way you're going to care for your pearls is by non-feasance. So you're not going to do really very much to them at all other than get them restrung once every couple of years or whenever necessary as the string ages from the oils of your skin, which your pearls actually benefit from. So the only treatment that they need is to be worn and loved, and the best thing you can do is to put them on after you finish getting ready. Of course, however, there are other things that happen concurrent to wearing pearls whereby your necklace will need some other care. So for example, like I said, you may need to get it restrung once the string kind of starts to age. You will also need to polish and clean the clasp on your necklace. So the clasp on this particular necklace, the Mikimoto one, is solid gold, so it doesn't need a lot of care, but the clasps on my necklaces, in order to make them more affordable, are sterling silver. So they're hypoallergenic and they're really excellent qualities. So the pieces that you see that I'm wearing now are my prototypes. So I've had those since well before my line was even released. So I've been wearing them for at least 6 to 8 months regularly, and the silver has not started to tarnish yet. So I'm not really going to be able to show you a good like before and after for tarnish care for these bracelets and necklaces, but what I will do is show you how I intend to deal with any tarnish that happens. And the way that I do that is I just go ahead and wrap each side of the bracelet or necklace where the pearls are with some foil or cling film or whatever I have on hand to protect the pearls. And then I actually really like using just regular toothpaste. I make sure that I pick one that doesn't have baking soda or anything harsh or abrasive like whitening ingredients in it. The sensitive toothpaste are great, or toothpaste for kids would be great as well. And then I go ahead and apply a little bit of that on, let it sit for a few minutes, scrub with a toothbrush, and give it a good rinse. If you ever feel like your pearls get coated in some of that toothpaste accidentally or anything else, just go ahead and rinse them with water. Since water is something that is friendly to pearls as well, it kind of makes logical sense, since after all, water, whether it be fresh water or salt water, is where they came from. So water and moisture in general will not harm your pearls, and you can go ahead and rinse anything that you feel like has coated your pearls off with water rather than any other cleanser. So I found a couple of ways to style pearls in order to be kind of more contemporary but still classic and luxurious, which is in my opinion what this should always continue to be. So I'm currently wearing my pearl necklace from my Nouvelle Pearl line long, but you can also extend it and wrap it different ways. So as you know, you can, and I'm just kind of doing this very casually in this video because I do have a real close-up guide on my website of how to do this, but I thought it would be more fun to kind of show you just kind of like we're hanging out, and if I could kind of have coffee or preferably red wine with one of you guys and I was showing you my line, this is exactly what I would do. So I thought that that would be fun for today. What I do is I can just go ahead and extend it with as many different extra pieces as I like. So of course there's the bracelet that can go on the short 16.5-inch necklace, which is a shorter length of wearing it. And then you have the long version of the necklace, which is what I was wearing in this video. But of course, for more of a kind of roaring 20s vibe, you can go ahead and lengthen it even more again with a second bracelet. And so you have an extra long necklace. And that gives you a bit more of that kind of lariat look. You can certainly layer several necklaces. I've done that many times in some of my videos. And you can also layer 2 necklaces or get the look of having layered 2 necklaces by actually adding 2 of them together. So now I have 2 bracelets and 2 necklaces, and you get this super long, super luxurious kind of Duchess Alexandra style, very long necklace, which you can wear, and it's essentially down to my navel now. So I don't have the longest of torsos, so the camera is not even catching how long this is. It just looks so luxe and opulent to have that kind of windy look around your neck. So I really like that as well. That's another favorite way of wearing pearls of mine. And then another option, and I'll go ahead and take off one of the lengths for this because I don't want it to get too heavy, so I've taken off the 16.5 short choker from one of the long necklaces there. And then what you can do is go ahead and wind it around your wrist, and you have this kind of layered bracelet look. And you want to make sure whenever you do this, or whenever you put on or remove your Nouvelle Pearls or other pearl necklaces for that matter, that you don't go ahead and pull things off. You need to always open and close the clasp. I've chosen the clasps especially so that they will be very easy to remove and put on and kind of blend into the design of the necklace. But you don't want to pull on the necklaces and kind of pass them over your head. That's a big no-no, because you'll go ahead and stretch out the string and possibly break it if you do that over and over. So the clasps are there for a reason. Go ahead and you can wrap it as many times as you like, and I do custom lengths as well for Nouvelle Pearls, so you can request any length that you want for the bracelet and the necklace if you choose a custom option. But I really like the way this looks as well. I feel like that layered bracelet look can really take a lot of effort to achieve, and it can be very expensive to buy 5 or 6 different bracelets that you like. But this is essentially created with just 2 necklaces or 1 necklace depending on how much layering you want. So this is a kind of 4-layered look, but if you just do it with 1 necklace, then you get a double layered look, which is also really pretty and a little bit more subtle for every day. That kind of ability to be imaginative with how you wear your pearls is what pulls pearls into the modern era, in my opinion, and I just have a lot of fun with it, and I hope that you guys can too. For a mixed kind of metals vibe and wear it with like a silver necklace as well, or a chain or something like that, it can really kind of help to jazz it up. That way you can convert it to have many different looks with different outfits as well. So that's kind of my 2 cents on wearing pearl jewelry and some of my favorite ways to wear it. I just love how there are so many different ways that you can wear pearls, which makes a lot of sense after all, since pearls themselves are unique, kind of like snowflakes. No two are alike since they are an organic product, and so I just think they have so much natural beauty that you can have a lot of fun with. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this particular week of jewelry videos. I really enjoyed doing this jewel series and introducing you to my new design and telling you a little bit of my thoughts behind it, as well as different ways to enjoy your pearls and other jewelry and care for it as well, so that it can stay beautiful for a long time. Thank you so much for watching this video and this series of videos, and I will see you in my next installment. Bye!